and the park lies hushed beneath the feet of the freshly fallen snow. You guide through open fields on cross country skies. Icy winds sprinkle your cheeks. In this high altitude wonderland, it's just you and the elk encircled by cloud piercing mountaintops. In the heart of America, this is a world unto its own. The names of the mountains, lakes, and regions within the park speaks to its wildness. The Never Summer Mountains, the Mummy Range, Wild Basin, Loch Vale. Explore them by foot, through day hikes or overnight backpacking trips. Ride through them on horses, fish for mountain trout in their gin clear waters. You'll be rewarded by sweeping vistas as far as Wyoming. Yes, folks, this is Rocky Mountain National Park located in Colorado, boasting one of the highest continuously paved roads at altitude in the United States and arguably the world, and beautiful streams and clear alpine water. Come and take a look as we explore this featured national park on episode 21. This is On the Road. Welcome to episode 21, Rocky Mountain National Park.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is On the Rhodes, and guys, we are on episode 21. Yeah, welcome to episode 21. And the intro, what you saw was a Rocky Mountain National Park. That's going to be the featured national park. And we got a lot to cover because we just had the 4th of July out here in Las Vegas. It's America's 250th birthday. And the casinos were doing some cool stuff. They were shooting off a lot of fireworks. The other night we had the Stratosphere, Resorts World, and the Fountain Blue. They were all shooting off fireworks. Sitting out there on the balcony having a good time. Also on the 4th of July, the valley lit up. There were fireworks everywhere. Good time. Out there in Colorado, I know, I was telling you about the Manitou Springs trip, but right now there are wildfires out there by Denver. The air quality is terrible. Travelers, if you're going out to the Colorado area, make sure you look at the weather forecast. This is the 7th largest wildfire in that area in U.S. history. It was pretty bad. Lots of acreage is being burnt up out there. I haven't gotten an update to let you guys know if it's under control. I think somebody said they lost about 80 houses out there. It's been getting dangerous. But Rocky Mountain National Park, it was so much fun. When I got to the Colorado area, when I was doing the national trip, I think I had told you guys before, when you come in through Kansas and you go into Colorado, it's flat. You're driving and you said, hold on, I'm in Colorado. It's supposed to be, Rocky Mountains and beautiful mountain ranges. Nah, it's none of that when you first get there. Well, I'm on the highway and I had to get gas. I'm about to get off the exit, and then I look out in the distance and you can see the Rocky Mountains. It was crazy. Got off this exit. It was about maybe 20 miles outside of Denver. I washed clothes, got back on the highway, went straight for the Rocky Mountains. I got to drive through the campus of University of Colorado, shout out Coach Prime, but drove through there, saw the stadium, started my way into the Rockies. I found a cool place to camp, kind of like on a cliff. I set up camp. I didn't notice I was only maybe a mile and a half from a town called Estes Park. Estes Park has a lot of elk there. So when I was coming into the town, the elk was sitting there. There were adults, elk, just walking across the street. So you had to wait. There's a little cafe there too that is pretty nice. Shout out to the cafe that I stopped to get a breakfast sandwich. A good thing that you should do if you're going to Rocky Mountain National Park, one thing you should do if you get there before 9 a.m., number one, you get in the park for free. And number two, you'll beat the crowds. So I didn't have to pay, even though I have, my national park pass. I didn't have to pay to get in. The name of the road is called Trail Ridge Road, which is the highest continuous paved road in the United States, maybe the world. So it is at 12,183 feet. You drive up into elevation. I don't know if you guys know this. Colorado has the most 14,000 or higher elevation mountains in the United States. There are giant mountains everywhere. This drive, if you don't like heights, no guardrails. If you look at the intro, you'll see part of my drive. There's parts where you're driving, and if you miss, you're gone. It's over. Just gonna go over the edge. Some parts of it's very treacherous looking. It's a dangerous drive, but the payoff is awesome. One of the nicknames of the mountains is the No Summer Mountains. I was up there around June, and there was still snow up there. It was a clear day. At 11,000 feet, they have a visitor center up there, and you can do some hiking if you want to. You have to get acclimated to the altitude. I spent a few days because, they call it Mile High out there in Denver. But walking from my car to the visitor center, I got tired. You're out of breath because you're so high up. Also, when you go up there, make sure you stay hydrated. Once you get up into the elevation, a lot of people were saying make sure you drink water because you'll get dehydrated, you'll get lightheaded. You might even experience altitude sickness. So you might want to make sure you take the proper precautions going up there. We have a audience today. We have an audience off to the side. Let me see if I can get one of the audience members to get. Could you guys get my mug? Maybe a little juice or something. I forgot my mug. So one of the audience members are bringing over the mug. Also, they do have a place you can camp in the national park. So go check that out as well. The drive takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just be mindful of that. They got, here we go. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. The audience to hook me up. Y'all know what time it is. Here we go. There it is. And under the sea pottery. Here you go. I spent about a half a day in the national park, took some nice pictures. The Rocky Mountains are intimidating. They have another road as well. I forgot the name of the road. You have to make a reservation to get on that road. It goes up in elevation as well. I didn't want to stick around. I think I had a 3 o'clock in the afternoon time slot. I didn't want to do the time slot. I didn't partake in that. Trail Ridge Road was where I went, but quite a few cars out there. So it was a good time. I also was able to fit in my drive on the $1 Million Highway. I was about 25 minutes away from the $1 Million Highway. That is another road that if you don't like steep switchbacks and you don't like driving near the edge of nothingness, you look over and you can just fall right over. If you don't like it, this road isn't for you either. Now, I went over the $1 Million Highway. I drove over it, got on the other side, and I found out that I couldn't get to my campsite unless I drove back over it again. And it was like a 45-minute drive. The drive back was better because I was near the mountain walls. You still have to be careful that no rocks fall on you because you're right next to the cliffs as you're driving. There was snow melt, so I was able to pull over to the side of the road and check out some of the snow melt. The streams were raging. I got to see that, which was pretty cool. I could have camped right next to the river, just coming outside the national park, but I wanted to drive the $1 Million Highway. So I went, drove the highway. It took me about maybe 50 minutes to get to my campsite. I found this campsite. It was off into the mountains. It was right next to the next national park I was going to go to. I went ahead and found camp right at sunset. Camp was quiet. I got some good sleep. And I went on to the next one. It was beautiful as far as the air. It cracked the windows. didn't have to worry about a fan or anything. You were high up in elevation. So at night, it was about high 50s at night. So it was really nice outside. And when I was in Rocky Mountain National Park, I had shorts on in the beginning. By the time I got up at the 12,000 feet in elevation mark, I had a winter jacket on because you're looking at 20 to 30-degree difference going up on a mountain as opposed to being down there off the mountain. Dress accordingly, wear layers. If you have sunscreen, wear sunscreen. The sun is powerful in Colorado. When we did the Manitou Springs hike, thank goodness for us, the sun wasn't all the way out. There was some cloud cover, but people were still wearing sunscreen because the sun will burn you. So just, you know, be mindful of that too. And the mountain passes, when you're driving the Colorado mountain passes, some of them are scary because you're going up. When I did the Manitou drive, when I came to meet my friends, I think the one mountain I drove up 10,000 feet. I think I started at 5,000, went up to 10,000 feet, and then I had to come down the mountain pass. And some of the grades, you're talking 5 to 6% grade on the way down. Learn how to use your low gears on your car because you'll eat your brakes up coming down. That's what low gears are for. I didn't know that until I got a little older. But use your low gears coming down the mountain so you won't mess up your brakes. Me and my daughter were driving, and then I was telling her about the low gears. I was showing her. We were coming over a couple of mountain passes where we were driving. She came to town. We did a couple day trips. If you guys never been to Oatman, we went to Oatman. I'll put up the pictures and a video of her feeding the donkey. We did that. And happy birthday, Route 66. We took some pictures on Route 66. She wanted to see the entrance to Area 51. So we did an entrance to Area 51 trip, which, of course, I'm going to post pictures of that. It was a good time. We had a lot of fun. She was doing a 6-day thing. Man, we had fun from start to finish. I don't go out to eat a whole lot. You do see a couple of videos that I posted within the cast of me being at a couple of places eating, but I don't do it all the time. We went to a couple of nice places. Shout out to my friend Christina. You'll see we were friends for about 11 years. So we recreated the picture with my daughter that we took when she was running District 1, if anybody remembers. She was running District 1. Me and my daughter went there for lunch, and we all took a picture together. The food, if you like Vietnamese, Asian fusion food, you have to go check this place out. She's there from Wednesday to Saturday, 5 to 9. And the food is just out of this world. Wait until you see the pictures up, put the pictures up real quick for you. But get there, go check her out. It's called This Mama's House. It's at Durango Social Club. The food is really made with love, and you need to be hungry when you get there because she will feed you. We happened to be there while her social media team was there, taking some pictures of the food and everything. Every dish she brought out for them to take pictures of was just, it smelled good, it looked good. We were taking pictures too. We were being baby influencers because we knew it was going to be so good and we wanted to talk about it. We did that. She got to sit out on the balcony and see the 4th of July spectacle. Not only are the properties putting on a show, the residents are putting on a show. Wait until you see this video. You're going to look, you'll just see the whole valley lighting up. We had a couple of drinks, but we bought food, right, with us. Yeah, we brought food with us. We had food, had drinks. My neighbor came over, and we just sat out on the balcony and watched all the fireworks go down. I have a strat view. I showed you guys when I first moved to the new location. The strat was shooting their fireworks off. It was a good time. And my daughter coming out here, she comes out once a year. And we just try to find different things to do to make her trip worthwhile. By the time you guys see this, she will have left for her last day. We're going to go to a couple of places. And then she has friends out here. Uh, from where I work at, the people that I work with, they're all around the same age. She has managed to make her own friendships out here, which is pretty cool. She came out to see her friends. One of her friends, when she came out here, they went and got a tattoo. We're probably going to do the same. The tattoo place we went to, because the tattoo places out here, they got places you can get like a $10 tattoo. This is one of the ones that we got. We got the $10 tattoo. It only takes them about 5 or 6 minutes to do it, but they do a really good job. We're going to go see if we can get a tattoo today. That'll be fun. We're also going to go to a couple stores. We're going to go to my job. It'd be nice if my boss was working today so my daughter can meet my boss. He was there when I took her to the store the other day. He came when we left. It would be cool for her to meet the boss. He's so cool. Shout out to Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars. That's my boss. Under the Sea Pottery. Check it out. Go on her website. She has mugs. She has things that will hold your, charcuterie. She has chips and dip plates. She has trinket plates. She just does a phenomenal job. And take a quick sip here on the Rhodes podcast, people. I think I'm going to do Mesa Verde National Park next since we're on the Colorado swing. I think that will be one. I also have a special episode coming up. You guys are going to love this episode that we have planned. It deals with a serious subject. I'm not going to give away too much of it. You guys are going to just have to tune in and check it out. We're going to pump that episode out so you guys can see it. It's just a matter of me doing the editing because everything I do, I think I told you guys, I take all the pictures myself. I do all the editing myself, and I try to put out a good product for you guys. Stay tuned for that episode as well. When you go to a Rocky Mountain, they do have mountain sheep, the big horns. They have the goats with the white fur out there. No bears up there. There ain't no bears too high altitude up that way. There's bears in Colorado, we all know that. But up here in Rocky Mountain National Park, they didn't tell us to look out for bears or anything like that. Um, a lot of places to hike. Just be careful as well when you go hiking. Somebody went hiking last week up there in Rocky Mountain National Park. They don't have a lot of details, but they were found unalive. You have to remember this is alpine hiking, it's high altitude. If you don't take the time to acclimate, it can cause complications for you. Just be careful when you go out there to do your hiking. They do snowshoe hiking because of the snow up there. The park rangers, you can do like a guided hike. Some of the hikes were closed when I was there because there was still snow. Also, check to see if Trail Ridge Road is open before you go, because certain times of year, the high elevation, it snowed the road out. Like I was telling you guys when we went to Pikes Peak, they had gotten some snow, but it melted before we make the drive up. Make sure you pay attention to the weather forecast. Make sure there's no snow in the forecast. You don't want to get stuck up there. But the park rangers do a phenomenal job of letting you know what's going on as far as the roads. They're always driving around, checking out the roads to make sure that everything is okay so you can stay as safe as possible. When you get a chance, go check out Colorado. If there wasn't so much snow there and some of the places were so expensive, it would be a good place to live. I wouldn't probably be able to deal with the altitude and all that good stuff, but it's like driving around in a postcard. Like I told you when I drove to Manitou Springs, the Colorado River was right next to me on I-70. You got to do it. It's only 11 hours for me to get to Colorado Springs, Denver area. So it's not a long drive from the Las Vegas area. But if you get a chance, make sure you go. Make sure you go check out the national parks here. Oh, yeah. Great Dunes National Park. I got to do that one too. That was a good time too. That has some of the biggest sand dunes I've ever seen. I had a good time there. But I might do that one next instead of Mesa Verde. I might do the great sand dunes for you guys. That was a good time. Yeah, I got a couple cool stories about that trip. So I think we're going to do that. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Stay tuned soon for the other episode that I got planned for you guys, a special episode. And I'll talk to you guys later. Once again, this has been On the Road.